All right. We reported over the weekend that Guardians of the Galaxy is actually a lot lower in terms of box office than it was, of course, tracking to be a success. In all kind of estimations, even though these movies post big numbers and they sound really impressive, a movie like Guardians of the Galaxy actually needs like 850 million worldwide to be profitable. It's that crazy, these budgets for these movies, believe it or not. And it's not really on track to hit that. It's on track to be slightly below that, which is not good because Guardians of the Galaxy is one of Marvel's most popular properties. This is a movie that where everybody's very excited about it. We're going to get into what we're seeing right now. There are some positives for the film, but I think that we are seeing like really the tail end of Disney Marvel. And I think that in the weeks to come, years to come, that we're not going to see anything like we saw with Avengers, Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America ever again. We'll get into the news in just a second. My name is John Delarose. I'm a #1 best-selling author and award-winning comic creator. This is My Flying Sparks. If you love old Marvel, the way that things used to be before all the woke agenda got into comics and got into movies, this is going to be the book for you. I've got great characters who develop over the course of this. They don't stay the same or like have some sort of weird mystical plot twist where they get reset. This is a real story that has a beginning, middle, and end, and this is the end of it. We just finished it up and are going to be shipping these very soon. Please support alternative media to Marvel. This is the future, and I really hope you'll be on board with reading this. You're absolutely going to enjoy it. So click that link in the description below. And thank you very much for everybody who's supported so far. Here's a new report is bounding into comics. Claims that Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, lost Marvel $125 million. Holy crap. That is a big loss for Ant-Man. Now, Ant-Man, again, is another pretty popular series, and it was something that really wasn't hit by the new Phase 4 and beyond wokeness that we've been seeing in all of the other stuff as of late. It did have a little bit of girl boss moments going on, and in the third movie especially. But people were just not excited to see it. People were already over Ant-Man. They really didn't even want a third movie for the most part. The film grossed $213 million at domestic and another $250 million at international for a global gross of $464 million. Painful. Looking at the international box office, the film grossed just shy of $40 million in China and more. So the film had a reported production budget of $200 million. And of course, you know, the marketing budgets and more is where they add up to the crazy amounts here. So looking at these financials, the Valiant Renegade explains why he believes the film lost more than north of $125 million. He explains how much of the gross Marvel Studios and Walt Disney are taking from various box offices. In domestic box office of a movie, the scale, about 55% of that domestic revenue gets returned to the distributor. So about half of it goes back to the distributor. From the international, not including China, it's about 40%. And that a lot has gone down a little thanks to foreign currency exchange drag, meaning the foreign currencies on average are buying fewer US dollars than they were a year ago, then largely due to inflationary pressures. So there it is. So if you take those numbers out, it looks like just based on the production budget that sorry about that, that it's actually losing money. Now, you go to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, it's topped $300 million global, so it is on track to do a little more than Ant-Man. But here's the deal. Guardians of the Galaxy probably needs like 850 million in order to break even with its budget all the way around. So at 300 million, I think it's going to track to around 700 million overall. And that's going to be a big loss also for Disney. So that's 2 losses in a row with 2 of their most exciting properties. If you look at the Marvels coming later this year, the next movie that's going to be coming out, it's not one that anybody actually wants to see. We're not going to see these kind of numbers with that kind of thing. And the budget's even higher because they're really trying to push that femme agenda on all of this stuff. So Disney's in trouble, and Disney Marvel especially is in trouble, but that's just a good thing for us independent creators who are making our own superheroes and changing the game right now. What do you think about this? Leave a comment down below. We would love to hear from you. Hit the like and subscribe button, and of course, back Flying Sparks right now on BackerKit. There's links in the description below. Really appreciate you guys for supporting us. See you soon.